Have you noticed that brick perimeter wall starting to lean? The one your board's been concerned about for months. One morning, you might walk outside to find it scattered across your sidewalk. Let's talk about how to prevent that emergency before it happens. Those brick perimeter walls and privacy fences aren't just for looks. They're major investments that protect your community's property values. When they start to fail, the decisions you make can either save or cost your association thousands of dollars. So how do you know when you need a full rebuild versus a simple repair? When you see mortar deterioration or small chips at the base of the wall, especially in areas exposed to moisture or ice melt chemicals, you can usually get by with a targeted repair. A good mason can replace the damaged mortar and restore stability without breaking the bank. But here's the key thing to watch for. When you notice bricks falling out or walls and piers starting to lean, you're looking at a full rebuild. These structural issues can't be patched. You'll need to dismantle the affected section, pour new foundation, and rebuild from scratch. And this isn't something you can put off. Once a wall starts leaning, it means the foundation has problems that will only get worse over time. Now, let's talk about the smart way to select contractors for this kind of work. For masonry projects, you're often better off focusing less on competitive bidding and more on building a relationship with a trusted mason. Here's why that makes sense. When you bring in engineering firms to create specs and RFPs, then manage multiple bids and quality oversight, you'll often spend more on professional fees than you'll save in construction costs. A better approach? Find a reputable masonry contractor with good references. Be clear about your budget constraints and work together to develop solutions. This relationship-centered approach tends to work better because the contractor can help you phase repairs to match your reserve funding. They'll give you practical solutions instead of over-engineered specifications, and they can spot potential problems early before you're dealing with a complete failure. Here's something you might not have considered. Curved walls as an alternative when you're rebuilding. In England, they call these crinkle-crankle or crump walls. These serpentine brick structures don't need reinforcing piers every 10 to 15 feet like a straight wall. What's surprising is that despite their curved appearance, they often use fewer bricks than straight walls with piers, which can make them less expensive to build. The curves themselves provide built-in stability. Now, they might not work for every situation, especially if you're trying to match existing straight walls, but they're worth discussing with your mason. They look distinctive, can be more economical, and they're incredibly durable. Remember, brick walls almost never collapse without warning. The signs of trouble give you time to act, but don't wait once you notice leaning or falling bricks. Understanding these basics, knowing when to repair versus rebuild, choosing the right contractor relationship, and considering creative alternatives help you make smart decisions to protect both your community's assets and your budget. If you're dealing with masonry issues now, start by taking photos to document the problems. Then consult with an experienced mason who can give you advice tailored to your specific situation. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.